This week, the sun within us, consciousness, life, activates the 27th I Ching. The transformational path of this frequency moves us from the shadow of selfishness to the highest vibration of selflessness, and it's through the path of generosity. What is the nature of selfishness? This is a great contemplation. And what does it mean to be selfish? And how do we find the balance between what's right and good for ourselves and what is right and good for others? This is the dilemma of the 27th shadow, the dilemma of consideration, the difference between the shadow and the gift in this I Ching, between selfishness and generosity, is found in this single word, consideration. So when we're in survival mode, it's not easy to consider others. The pain and restlessness inside doesn't leave us much room for others. And this shadow is about being stuck in a tight room, in a tight life, and in a tight frame of mind. So many of us would love to give more. We would like to consider others, but we don't have enough for ourselves yet. That's how the thinking goes. When I have enough, then I'll be able to help others. And that's how people see philanthropy, as a luxury only for the very wealthy. But there are many forms of giving, and this I Ching is all about giving. Selfishness in and of itself is not bad. To look after yourself is vital. How can you give others if you don't nurture yourself first? So it's more about how and why we give. And the question we have to ask ourselves is, how can I best serve the higher purpose in this situation? That's the golden question. It's not how can I best serve myself. It's how can I best serve the higher purpose in this situation? And those two questions often result in very different answers. Selfishness derives from ignorance. That's the truth. And ignorance is circumstantial. It's environmental. It's nurture more than nature. This isn't to say that the moment that you have an education, you stop being selfish. But when you're brought up in a sensitive way, in an environment of care, where love is in abundance, then you will tend to grow up with a sense of higher purpose. It's innate, natural, and that's when selfishness can be transcended. And this whole notion of higher purpose is deeply connected to the theme of selfishness. The programming partner of the 27th I Ching is a big one. It's a heavy hitter. It's the 28th I Ching, the shadow of purposelessness. If you grow up without a deep sense of purpose to life, then you tend towards selfishness. And you can see how it's manifested in the modern Western culture. Because our religious structures are in a decline,